taking Boston and giving Dallas 1 point is the best bet of the century.
The best bet of the century.
Yeah.
Listen, Dallas is broken, Skip.
Broken, says Paul Pierce.
I mean, psychologically
devastated.
Like, you're not going to play a close game in a game like this. If the Celtics go up early, I've been in a situation, I've been swept before, and I know just psychologically it can be damaging. When the other team gets up, it's discouraging. And you fight, and you're looking at the uphill battle. And the reason why this is a great, great bet is because when the Celtics win, they win big, Skip. They win. And we're talking about
3 times this year by 50 plus.
They win. They're winning at an all-time clip. Listen to this though.
Yeah.
Right now, 10th all-time in playoff differential points. That's before the merger. After the merger, they're 7th. So we'll go with after the merger, so 7th all-time. And then when you look at the NBA history, look at this list. Every team that had double digits in point differential in the playoffs have went on to win the championship, and I see it no different now with the Celtics, and that's why I believe they'll win in convincing fashion tonight. I'm not sure that Dallas want to take that flight. That's a long flight to Boston. That's a long flight, Key. 3 hours.
It is.
You know, they probably like, man, we might, you know they already got vacation plans set up. They've been in the media the last day or day and a half talking about, the team that goes up 103-0 in the series, 156-0. So just psychologically, all these things are just thrown at them. They're like, it's Luka's complaining to the refs. They're mentally broken. It's just so much going on. Kyrie played his best game of the series. They still can't win. Oh, the media portion of the practice, they didn't even come out to. It's just too much. It's just too much of a heavy load. The matchup is bad. The flight is long, and you don't want to get confetti rained on your head.
So you got tonight Celtics by...
I got Celtics by at least 15.
15, at least 15.
At least
By the end of the show, it could go to 20, right?
It could. It could.
By the end of the show, it could go to 20.
Let me see something. I might get a report that Porzingis might be playing. I don't know. If he plays, I'm going to push it to 25.
Okay, 25 if Porzingis plays. All right.
This is over. It's over in convincing fashion. Place your bets. Put the house up on it. Call your financial advisor. Get a loan, because this is the easiest money you're going to make today.
Says Doug Paul.
It's probably over with. Probably over with, Skip.
But you're going probably, not certainly.
Oh, this is certain.
Because
Key, I don't want to hear that tone in your voice. This is certain. Don't think about it. It's nothing to think about.
You're scaring him.
You see that?
You're scaring him with your talk.
It's certain that they're going to win it all. But it's not certain that they're going to win the night. Okay, I got to see give me the first quarter, and I'll tell you what's getting ready to happen by the end. And you say, well, that's easy to do. No, it's really not. But it's based on, if they up at the end of one, let's say by 9, let's say they up, meaning the Celtics. The Mavs, they just gonna pack it in at that point, because there won't be any real hope. But if it's tight in the first quarter, they gonna feel good. They like, okay, maybe we can win this game, and maybe we can go back to Boston. If you look at game 2, we had a chance in game 2, not in game 1, to come out of there with a W, but we just couldn't close it out the way we needed to.
Yep.
You just don't know what's going to happen. I look at it different than Paul. Paul, as you say, green glasses, the Celtics, no wrong. I'm looking at it somewhat objectively.
You are?
Because they could win game 4. Do I think they're going to win game 4? I gave them a high percentage. It's just, I need to see what they look like, Skip.
We saw what they look like.
Paul is right about a lot of things that he said. You are demoralized. 156-0, that's, people, they see that every day.
It's in their face.
Yeah, people asking questions. Hey, man, what's it like to be down 0-3 and hope that you can come back? Then you got the Luka effect. And then Kyrie did everything he could do. They can't win. Then you got Jason Kidd telling the world that Luka needs to do better. So now Luka's going to try his best to do what he's supposed to do as a player, but not talking to the referees. Will that ultimately affect his game? Because will he all of a sudden feel like he got fouled and he turn to the ref and get ready to say something and then realize, oh, I better not say nothing? So he may be playing a little bit different. All of those things factor into what the outcome of Game 4 could potentially be tonight. And I still think they got a chance, but I'm picking the Celtics.
Man, one thing let me tell you something. They're going to go in halftime down.
Do you have it close?
You have it close. Don't think like
after the first quarter, Skip, if you text me, I'll tell you. I got to see
At halftime, they're going to be texting the wife, texting the person who sets up their trip.
Assistants.
Hey, listen, y'all can go home. They wife in the stands or a girl, hey, y'all can go home. I'll meet y'all at the house. Pack it up.
It can go that way. It can go that way. I can see it going that way for sure.
Pack it up in halftime. You know, they tweet at halftime. They look at Twitter. They text at halftime now. Y'all can go ahead.
You know, they don't want to be part of this list of 10 that's been swept in the finals. They don't want to be 11. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Why would you?
But you're still picking Boston, right?
Yeah, because I'm not stupid.
But
I may look
the
this way.
reason Keyshawn Johnson does not gamble on sporting events is he needs to sit and let it unfold, and then he'll tell you what's going to happen.
You got to let it marinate a little bit, Skip.
These websites, I
can't listen to them.
Betting sites, they won't let you watch a quarter and then say, I think I'll.
No, they do now.
I know they
do now.
Yeah, they do now.
They do now, but the odds change.
But the odds have changed dramatically after the first quarter, but they won't let you go in hindsight and say,
and look,
I'll bet.
I'm not on the fence. I'm just a realist to know that you actually can win, Skip. They actually can win a game.
Okay. I want to get Dr. Boat Paul on the record, straight up, as saying the Dallas Mavericks are about to quit right before your very eyes. That's what you are saying. In effect, they are going to surrender. They are going to say no mas. They are going to say right before your very eyes, 1, 2, 3, Cancun, we are done, over and out. You say they've already been on their computers last night. They've been talking to their travel agents.
Yep.
They have made their plans.
100%.
Yeah.
Tell them, Key. 100%.
Maybe not all, but there's
some guys on the team that's done
There's
that.
at least 5 of them that has communicated
with their travel agent.
With somebody that's handling their travel.
Somebody is picking up the cars tomorrow to ship them back to where they live in the off season.
Okay. So we're on record. They will effectively quit right before your very eyes. If not, they have already quit.
Mentally, they've quit mentally.
Okay. Here's what I know. Porzingis almost certainly is not going to play tonight.
Okay.
And I do think that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
I just do, because I thought it was a big deal last game because I saw Dallas play a lot more freely to the basket than they had been. And I'm going to remind you that Dallas won the backboards last game 43-36. That's pretty significant. They won the game
before that, too.
Okay, and they did. And points in the paint in Game 3 in Dallas, 52-36 in favor of Dallas.
Okay.
And I have now watched back-to-back games in which the Mavericks made big runs at you in the fourth quarter and fell short. And that's why it is 3-0, and it's 156-0 from this point forward. But I saw a 22-2 run right before I think if my TV, maybe it's broken, but I saw 22-2.
I think your TV broke.
22-2. I saw you blow a 21-point lead almost. It went down to 1 point with 3:17 left. And then I said, it's Kyrie's time. It's Kyrie's turn. And it wasn't. He hit the wall at that point and didn't do much else. And Jaylen Brown, to his credit, was Jaylen on the spot, and that putback of his off the Jason Tatum miss was probably the shot of the game because it was demoralizing for Dallas to get right there. And almost Jason misses a bad shot, a forced-up shot, and it's like we're going to have the ball and go the other direction, and we have a chance to take the lead, and instead Jaylen puts it back in because I think it was Kyrie's fault that he didn't screen.
Yeah, he didn't block him out. Here's the problem with what you're saying, though, for me, Skip.
Yeah.
They won the game, right?
They did.
And here's the problem with winning the game. They're down 3-0. Everything would have worked if Dallas would have won and it was 2-1. Now we're having a different conversation. The fact that they can do all those same things that you just said and win the game, but they had 3-1, which means that they ain't winning 4 games in a row.
Okay, I got that, but we're just talking about game 4.
Yeah.
And you can look at this 2 different ways, 2 dramatically different ways. The 22-2 run. Dallas can either be saying, you know what, we just started playing free, as Luka said yesterday. We just started having fun. If they come out tonight and keep having fun and go on some big runs against you, you're going to be in trouble tonight because they're way better than they have played. You can argue you're better than you have played. But I'm talking about let's talk about three-point shooting, because you know what? People don't want to hear this, but the God's truth about most of these basketball games at this level, they're just three-point shooting contests.
Yep.
It basically consistently boils down to that. So I'm looking at three-point shooting so far, and I'm looking at the Celtics are 43 of 127.
Yep.
That's 34%. It's not very good. It's not up to their regular season standards because they were 38% in the regular season. That's a big drop off. But they've taken 49 more threes in 3 games than Dallas have. And the Mavericks have made only 22 of 78. That's 28%. So as average as you have been from 3, they have been pathetic from 3. So what you have is 43-22. That means they have made in 3 games, the Celtics have made 21 more threes than the Mavericks. It's hard to overcome that, even though they almost did in game 2. They almost got back into it, and they almost did in game 3. So my point to you is, one of these nights, and it could be tonight, Dallas is going to start making three-point shots because they're pretty good from 3.
Yeah,
and
28% good.
Okay, well, but they have been pretty good in the regular season. They were a top 5 three-point shooting team.
Yeah, they averaged 118 points in the regular season.
Okay.
They have yet to crack 100.
That is exactly right. I'm glad you brought that up.
They have yet to crack 100.
Okay, they have not. So they have averaged 95 points a game in these 3 games. They averaged 118. That was 7th in the league.
Yeah.
Guess what?
They averaged 100 and what, 5 for the whole playoffs?
Yeah. Guess what your squad's been doing lately, these last 3 games? Have you been noticing?
We scored over 100.
Okay. Your team averaged 121 points in the regular season.
We all know it's
121.
Yep.
So far against the no defense playing Dallas Mavericks, you've averaged 106.
Yeah, we all
106.
But why does that matter?
106.
That's enough.
106. You should be ashamed.
No,
you should be ashamed.
Dallas should be ashamed.
106. Wait. Hold on just a second. Luka Doncic plays no defense. Kyrie plays little to no defense.
Why is that embarrassing? I'm 106 to 95. That means I'm winning.
106, but you're not scoring.
We are scoring. Listen, 118 to 99, that's embarrassing.
Really?
Like, you can't crack 100 in the age of the NBA where it's free flow offense, three-point shooting, fouls called all the time, and you can't crack 100. That sounds like when I played, Skip. Like 99 points, I might have led the league in scoring.
Well, 106 sounds like when you played, for sure.
If you can't crack 100, then something, man, something is wrong. The no offensive playing Dallas Mavericks. Talk about the no defensive playing, the no offensive playing Dallas Mavericks. Or how about the defensive playing Celtics? How about that?
I'll give you some
And if this is a three-point contest, like you said, why are we shooting 49 more? Because they can't beat us in the three-point contest. So in saying
maybe
that,
they'll shoot more tonight.
They're going to shoot more and they're going to miss more because according to the statistics as of today, they're shooting 28%.
They are.
And then you want to come on the show and say, why don't they play Tim Hardaway Jr. and Hardy? Well, they did. And what did they do? They gave them nothing. They threw the kitchen sink.
They didn't play Hardy. He played 3 minutes.
That's played. In 3 minutes, I can tell you if you're going to be effective or not. Jason Kidd yanked him. Man, get on out of here. Get on out of here, man.
Yeah,
you can't help us tonight.
Poor Jaden Hardy. Get out of here.
Get on out of here. You can't help us tonight.
Right, okay.
So, in saying all that, man, listen. Nothing's going to change. They threw the kitchen sink at the Celtics. They played 11 guys. They was like, there's nothing we can do. They ran a zone. They picked up full. They did all they can do. Luka's crying to the refs. What's going to change? So, mentally, they're broken.
How do you explain that you have averaged only 106 points against this sorry defense?
Seriously? Defense, no. Because, look, since the All-Star break, they've been one of the top 5 defenses in all of basketball.
You say no.
No, they play defense now. It's the reason they got to the finals.
I laugh at it because what y'all try to do is make individuals become defenders and that's not the case.
No, it's team defense.
Okay, but if you
team
have
situation
two liabilities, both your guards are liabilities on defense, how do you hold the Boston Celtics that explode on people to 106 a game? How do you do that?
Well, the reason we averaging 106, Skip, because look, there's 18 points not playing. Porzingis is not playing.
Oh.
See that? When he played, how much did they score in game one when he played?
Yeah.
Oh, I think they scored about
It was
118.
What was the final?
I think they scored about 118.
They scored 107.
No, in the game Porzingis played in game one.
Game one?
107.
Was it 107?
And he scored 18 and 13.
Why I thought it was like
89.
130. Oh, they
It was
beat him
like,
by like.
yeah, they beat him by 18. Okay, 107 to 189.
And it was up by 30.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Boy, they're scorched them. Woo. I don't know. You know what? In the end, I hark back to what your favorite young player in this league, the young Jordan, said going into game four.
My favorite player.
Well, he is.
Yeah, stop, Skip.
Baby Jordan. What did Baby Jordan say? We just didn't want to get swept. Am I right?
Well, that's what he said.
Okay.
That's what he said in game four.
And what happened in game four?
They won.
They came out and they said,
I like him.
here, watch this.
They won.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Then they lost.
You know what? There's something different about that kid, too. Because you see the fire in him, right? You see the charisma. I don't see him complaining to the refs. I don't see him just kind of like being a little mentally weak. Fragile.
Wait,
Like,
I see him completely shutting down and disappearing in fourth quarters to the point
well,
that
he's
You
not
act like this
fragile.
other. Come on now.
Now,
we ain't
when-
gonna do this, Skip. You act like Luka didn't disappear in these fourth quarters either.
well, he didn't disappear. He just didn't play very well. It wasn't like
That's
he
disappearing. That's
quit.
the same thing.
No,
That's the same thing
Anthony
Ant-Man
Edwards
did.
just quit shooting.
Oh, God,
What did he
Skip.
say after game four when he finally came to the party? He said, well, tonight I didn't go stand in the corner in the fourth quarter, right?
Who's more likely to quit? Ant-Man or Luka?
Listen,
don't go
that's
their way.
a
If
good question. So you calling Luka a quitter?
No, I ain't calling him a quitter. But I'm
You
just
calling
saying.
him a quitter? I think
I'm just saying it looked like
Luka, are you watching? He just called you a quitter.
Skip gonna try to turn it.
Listen,
Oh, God.
I'm going to go back on record here. Luka's a bad, you know what?
Yeah, he is.
I can't
He
say
is.
those
No, I ain't
words,
gonna
but
lie.
I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? He's a
is.
bad that.
He just ran into, just something that's just
You know what?
tough to deal with.
They are really good on defense. I give you that.
Yeah, come on, man.
But
You done run
when-
into a buzzsaw right here.
Yeah, but when he decides, you better look out. And I think
So
he
when
will
he gonna decide
tonight.
though? Because y'all keep saying when he decides. Hell, when
Next
is he
year.
gonna decide?
Yeah.
Next year. You know,
When is he gonna decide? Next
tonight.
year?
You know what we call
Tonight.
this? You know what we call this, Skip, Key? We call this smoking on that Dallas pack.
Y'all gonna run out of
This is a
excuses
Dallas
in a
pack
minute,
right
though,
here.
Skip.
I don't have any excuses.
Y'all just gonna run
haven't,
out.
but I haven't defended
We gotta
Luka
just
for a second.
gotta call it what it is and stop acting like it's something different in front of our eyes.
With Luka.
With any of these dudes that don't play well.
Okay.
So who's going to be the guy that's going to
Did
step
he
up?
play well in the Western Conference playoffs?
He played well, different style defense, different style competition. When you got to play both ends of the floor, something Jaylen Brown spoke about prior to this series.
Okay. Some.
Who was he talking about?
Well, again.
Who was Jaylen Brown talking about?
Okay, you know what Lucas said yesterday? He said, I'm not worried about our defense. I'm worried about our offense. So he's looking at this number like 106 a game. You can win a lot of games against
I'm
Boston
not
if you
worried
hold them to
about our
106.
defense.
So are you going on record saying that Dallas tonight will win by 5 or more points?
I just say Dallas will win this game. I'm not even going to give you points. They're just going to win because you know what? Luka's going to come out after being ridiculed all over the internet for playing no defense, ridiculed by Paul Pierce on Undisputed.
So he's gonna-
ridiculed. He's just going to say, watch this.
So Skip, so how are you ridiculed if it's factual?
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm watching it and I'm looking at it,
Yeah.
and dudes is blowing by you left and
Okay,
right,
I
and you
got it.
standing there and you reaching,
So how do you explain 106 a game for Boston? Why wouldn't they score 150?
but they missing their shots.
Oh.
They're
the
missing
pace,
shots. And the pace is different.
The pace is different in the playoffs. It slows down. Everybody across
But
the
they
board.
are missing shots.
Everybody across the board scoring goes down. But I can't explain why this best offensive backcourt of all time and the most gifted and skilled players in the backcourt of all time can't get 100 points.
Yeah.
Can't get 100 points, Skip. Why not?
and the
Why is
thing
that?
is-
Tell us why is that? Why can't they get 100 points? This is
Because
the
you
most-
guys are really good on defense.
There you go.
You
then.
are.
There you go.
And you know what? 3
There you go.
games, maybe it takes 4 to figure it out, and all of a sudden, here it goes. If shots
It's too
fall,
late, though.
in the end, if shots, I'm just talking about one game. I'm not talking about winning the series. I'm talking about tonight.
So you're satisfied to win one game?
I'm not sad. I'm just talking about tonight. I don't care about game 5. We're just talking right now about game 4. I got Dallas.
So listen to this. The commissioner,
One game.
The commissioner.
And I
will be
think
at the
you do
game
too
tonight.
in your heart of hearts.
But it's not because Dallas is better than Boston. If I'm taking Dallas, it's just because Boston is just chilling because they got 3 in their back pocket, and based on history, it shows that no team is coming back. So I'm good.
Yeah.
I feel good. I'm good.
Adam Silver will be at the game. You know what? He don't go to a lot of games.
Adam Silver will be at the game.
You know he don't go to a lot of games, right?
That means it's gonna be over, Paul,
I mean, I'm just saying, like, he goes to the games, but he'll be there tonight.
for a reason.
There's a reason. Because the championship
It's
trophy is
over?
there. The championship trophy gonna be there tonight. It's gonna be about 100 bottles of champagne.
They got the ropes
building.
ready.
They got ropes. This all stuff flew in today, this morning. All this stuff flew in today. It's plans being made. A lot of plans. Like Dallas on their side, they making plans like, hey, travel agent, we going to Bora Bora. Celtics, they like after the game, we might fly to Vegas for a night, catch a fight, then fly back home next week for the parade, gas up the duck boat. It's a lot of plans being made today. It's a lot of a lot of things going on today.
Okay.
So, man, listen. You can say all you want. I love Luka. Luka's one of the game's greats. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Could possibly be a top 10 player all time. But this ain't it tonight.
He will quit. He will say no mas. He will wave the
Sometimes
flag.
you got
He will
to.
surrender.
Was
says Paul
Roberto
Pierce, correct?
or Duran an all-time great boxer? Was he? I mean, y'all know who
guess.
Roberto.
Yeah, I know who he
you know
is.
who Roberto Duran is, Skip.
Do I know?
You know who
I
that
was,
is.
I was at this fight you're talking
You was
about.
at
some
and
point he said no mas, huh?
Sugar Ray Leonard made him quit.
He did.
Said no mas.
Because he had a game plan with which Roberto was not familiar. He could not
And that's
figure
what's
it out.
going on right here.
He got embarrassed.
And that's what's going on right here.
Okay, so
I'm glad you know that.
Yeah, I do know that. So you have given me 12 points tonight.
I gave you
and
10.
I accept 12 points because Keyshawn at the end of the show talks you
Oh, yeah,
into 12.
I did get 12.
There you go. Thank you very much for that. So I have...
You can up it after you see the first quarter. You should up it.
You've got him by 15, so
I
you should
got him
be...
by about 16.
Yeah. Oh, by 60. It just went to 16.
Yeah, it went up again. Like how the line moved. When you look at
So
it today,
would
it
you
moved
give
for me too.
Would you give me 13?
No.
Okay.
We just keep it there.
I got 12 for one dinner because I'm about to
No,
lose
this is
another
three- this is
dinner
three
on the
dinners. All right,
series
all
to you, right? But I got 12. I can cancel it out tonight with a close game. That's all I need. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.